Okay, we're gonna make today spaghetti bolognese sauce. All right, basically it's spaghetti with meat sauce. So the ingredients that we need for today, of course, it's gonna be the spaghetti. We need oregano. We need one onion. We need, well, I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning, a little bit of sugar. We need minced garlic, of course, ground beef. We're gonna use some red cooking wine because we need olive oil. We'll need the tomato sauce, and we're gonna start with to mix all the ingredients. So the first thing we're gonna do is to boil water in the pot. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt, and that's how we're gonna start in order to do the spaghetti. Okay, we need a pan. We're gonna put some olive oil. Okay, now we have the onions. We're gonna chop some onions. They're gonna be ready to put in the pan. We gotta wait until the pan is a little bit hot. And we're gonna put these diced onions in the pan. That's the first step in order to cook this, or to do this recipe of spaghetti bolognese. We're gonna wait around 5 minutes until the onions are brown. So when we see that the onions are brown, because we gotta wait a little bit, then we're gonna add the garlic to the pan. The garlic comes later because the garlic is very fast, and we don't want it to be burnt. So we got 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, and we're gonna move all this together. Okay, at this point, we're gonna add 1 pound of ground beef when the onions and the garlic are kind of brown. So we're gonna spread all around. 1 pound of ground beef, hamburger. We have to spread.
This thing is boiling
garlic.
now.
And we have already the pot ready to put the spaghetti while we're doing this. Timing is very important in this part. So it's time to add the spaghetti to the boiling water. Has to be within the boiling water. We don't cut the spaghetti, of course. We never cut the spaghetti. Just have to put it whole. And we're gonna make sure that everything is in the water, in the boiling water, and we're gonna cook it for 11 minutes. By 11 minutes, it should be al dente. That means it should be ready to take it out. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. And we gotta keep cooking the meat. Okay, spaghetti is done. So what we're gonna do is to drain the water from the spaghetti. Now that the meat is done, we're gonna add the tomato sauce. This bottle is a little too big, so we probably will use half of it for the tomato sauce. We're gonna add it over the meat. And we're gonna mix it. We always have to stir the tomato sauce and with the meat because we don't want that to burn. So we have to keep going doing that. At this point, we're gonna add some oregano, right, to the sauce. So we sprinkle a little more the oregano. It depends how much you like. It's not gonna be spicy. It's just to give you flavor. And we have also an Italian seasoning, which is a mix of different species, right? So you just add the Italian seasoning, and we keep moving. You gotta always have to keep stirring the sauce because we don't want to mix all the flavors. At this point, we're gonna add some wine, the cooking wine all over, so to give more flavor. Cooking wine. And now some sugar.
Oh, it's stuck.
Some sugar to caramelize. There you go. And then we stir it. And we gotta wait until all the flavors. We can add more oregano as we cook and more of the Italian seasoning as it goes. If you want to add more salt, that also is possible, or pepper. But basically you can, as this cooks, we can add more of the oregano and the Italian seasoning. Now we got the pasta. We're gonna add, finally, we have the sauce ready. We're gonna add it on the top. And we have our spaghetti bolognese, right? So this is a quick recipe that's very easy and very tasty, just like home. We're gonna add some Parmesan cheese on the top, and we are ready to eat.